Brooklyn Independent Television.
BK4Reel, we're sitting here with the winner of the What's the Real Deal contest, Miss Janet Aponte. And I'm really excited because I would love for her to share her experience of having her film professionally produced. So Janet, can you let me know what happened?
It was really exciting. I mean, it all happened when I was 16, so that was just kind of ridiculous for me, considering I always wanted to be a writer and or a filmmaker, so both were just sort of happening before I was out of high school. So yeah, I was kind of in shock for about 2 weeks.
So, like, what was your involvement?
Well, as far as actually being part of the pre-production process, I was there as much as my academic schedule would allow, which was actually a lot of the time. I sat through the casting decisions. I was actually sent emails and letters and casting tapes and all of this stuff asking for my opinion. And I was on set for almost the entire time. I'd say about 98% of the time, which is great because I had a hand in everything. Not so great because it was a weekend and I had to wake up at 4 a.m. 2 days in a row. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty much directly involved with just about every process that someone my age could have been involved in.
What was the inspiration for your script?
Actually, what happened was that my English teacher told us about the contest and passed around the pamphlet asking if we wanted to write something for it. And when I read the guidelines, I discovered that I actually had something written as part of a much longer story that I was trying to turn into a novel. And I thought, hey, if I edit this part of it, it would actually work really well. And what that piece of that story came from was actually some experiences I've had with my best friend. And just other things that I've seen from the other girls, you know, sitting in the cafeteria or hanging out at the bus or whatever. So it was really grounded in what I've seen in my day-to-day life.
So your script, was it written in the format of a script or was it more of a story?
I entered it as a story, as I basically copied and pasted this about 10-page chunk out of this much larger story. And I worked with directors in translating that into a screenplay format.
What did you find most interesting about the whole experience of having your film produced?
I think the actual being on the set was pretty exciting because even though it's a short film, it's only 10 minutes long, it was so much work. There was so much to pack into the 2 days, and we were going from basically about 5 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. And it was just great, you know, to sit there and watch all the takes, watch all these little bits and pieces of the script, and then see it in the final product become a whole movie with a flow. I thought that was really cool.
So you got to call some shots?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Did you get to say action?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's
yes,
so cool.
I did. It was really cool. I was actually really shy back then, so I didn't want to because I had this whole thing where I don't like to yell. But the director's like, no, go, say action right now. I'm like, okay, I get to yell at the actors. And that was cool.
So what did you think about the end product?
It was pretty surprising, just because it didn't look anything like how I envisioned it, which is to be expected. When you read a book and then you look at the movie version of it, it's never going to be exactly the same. So it was a little surreal because I was thinking, all right, this is my character Kelly, but she looks nothing like how I pictured her, but she's doing a great job. So I'm a little, just a little weirded out by it. But it was really great. We added a lot of things with a couple of special effects in the editing process that the directors thought up. And all in all, I was actually really excited that was my film.
So you were pleased?
Yeah, I was
great.
Definitely pleased.
From an objective point of view, did it win any awards? Did it go to any film festivals?
Yeah, it actually got a lot of attention. I know that we were on the Sundance Channel, and we ended up doing a few film festivals in Miami and Texas, and it was all over the place. I was getting phone calls for years afterwards. It was screened in Tribeca, in the Tribeca Film Festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was just, it kind of blew my mind how long after the production it actually still got attention.
What was the experience like, going to film festivals at such a young age and having your film recognized?
It was phenomenal, really. I didn't get to attend a lot of the festivals myself because of my academic schedule at that point. But I did go to a lot of premieres for my film, premieres for Future Scenarios films, and I got to meet a lot of professionals in the industry, and it was pretty amazing because when you're 16, you kind of have this whole celebrity envy type thing, and you're trying to balance that out and act professionally. So it made me mature in terms of how I deal with the whole professional film industry.
So would you recommend this contest to young kids wanting to write or even filmmaking?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, working on this film's done a lot for me as a writer, as a filmmaker, and as a person. Because like I said, I was really shy, and by the end of the shooting schedule, I was screaming at the actors, yelling "action cut," and giving them stage directions. Actually earning my co-director credit on the film. So it's a great experience. It's just wonderful. It really is.
So I'm going to toss it to Janet so she can introduce her film. So Janet, the floor is all yours.
Hey, you're about to watch my film. It's called From an Objective Point of View, and it's the 2001 winner of the Scenarios USA What's the Real Deal contest. So it's a little story about two friends, and I hope you enjoy.
BK4Reel, and we're going to be back.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BK TV network.